1. Chapter 1, The Discovery. For as long as I could remember, the allure of the Earth's hidden depths, the mines, held a powerful draw for my young imagination. Then, one ordinary day, something extraordinary happened. My fingers brushed against the cold, rough surface of a pickaxe. The moment my hand closed around its worn handle, the world around me dissolved. A strange pull tugged at me, and suddenly, I was no longer in the familiar space of my childhood. I blinked, trying to make sense of the scene that unfolded before my eyes. A plump, pink pig ambled near the bank of a gently flowing river. Where am I? I murmured, my voice barely a whisper in the unfamiliar air. You are in Minecraft, a voice replied. I turned to see a figure standing nearby, an individual unlike anyone I had ever encountered. Who are you? I asked, my brow furrowed in confusion. I am NPC, the figure stated simply. Oh, I resjed, the simplicity of the answer doing little to clarify the situation. That makes no sense. The NPC offered a knowing look. Well, anything you can think of, you can make. What is Minecraft? I pressed, still trying to grasp the reality of this new place. Minecraft is a planet where everything is made out of blocks, the NPC explained, gesturing to the pixelated landscape around us. Asterisk 10 years spun by, a blur of days and experiences. One afternoon. Put 2. Hi, my name is Olivia, a friendly tone announced. Hi, my name is Bob, another voice chimed in. Hi, my name is Ben, a third voice added. Do you guys want to go on a hike? Bob asked, his enthusiasm evident. Okay, I know a great place to go on a hike. It's by a mine, Olivia suggested, a hint of mystery in her voice. Okay, Bob agreed. Okay, Olivia echoed. Okay, Ben confirmed. We'll do it at 2 o'clock, Bob finalized. Their plans. Okay, Bob repeated. Okay, said Olivia. Okay, Ben said once more. As the hands of the clock approached 2, the group gathered, ready for their adja. A sudden realization dawned upon them. We need an adult to come with, Olivia pointed out. I have an idea. I can ask my mom. Part 3 Alice, Olivia offered. Okay, let's go ask her. Bob agreed, her anticipation building. Does your mom usually agree to these things? Bob inquired, a touch of uncertainty in her voice. I'm sure she'll be fine with it, Olivia replied with a confident nod. They approached Alice, and Olivia posed the question, Mom, can you come with us on a hike? Where are we going? Alice asked. Her interest piqued. Bob knows a great place. It's by a mine, Olivia explained, hoping to pique her curiosity further. All right, that sounds interesting, Alice said with a warm smile. Let's go, Olivia exclaimed, eager to begin their expedition. Alice drove the group to their destination, and the promise of adventure hung in the air as they arrived at the hiking trail. Excitement bubbled as they eagerly stepped out of the car. Their footsteps crunched on the path as they walked, their conversation weaving around the enigmatic mine that awaited their exploration. Suddenly, Bob's adventurous spirit took hold. I'm going in, he declared, veering off the main trail towards the mine's dark entrance. Olivia, unwilling to be left behind, hurried after him. Wait for me, Bob, she called out. Alice and Ben walked together, their pace more measured, ensuring everyone's safety. They ventured deeper into the mine, the silence amplifying the echo of their steps in the caveless space. A glimmer caught their eyes in the dim light. Look, diamonds and gold, Olivia exclaimed, pointing to the sparkling treasures embedded in the rough walls. Bob's eyes widened with wonder. Nearby, he spotted an old, rusty pickaxe lying abandoned. Let's try to pick it up, he suggested. Bob grasped the handle, but the tool felt surprisingly heavy. Olivia joined him, and soon Alice and Ben added their strength. Together, they managed to lift the ancient pickaxe. As their fingers clasped around the cold metal, a brilliant light erupted, engulfing them all. The familiar world of the mine dissolved, replaced by an overwhelming brightness. Then, just as suddenly, they found themselves standing in a completely new and unfamiliar world. Chapter 2, The Unfamiliar Terrain. A world reshaped. A collective gasp escaped their lips as their surroundings swam into focus. The world was a bizarre tapestry woven from sharp-edged cubes. Trees stood as blocky sentinels, the very ground beneath their feet a mosaic of rigid squares. Strange creatures, unlike any they had ever seen, ambled through this angular landscape. A blocky piggy trotted past, its movements oddly jerky, while luminous fungi sprouted inexplicably from the earth. Alice's gaze snagged on a figure in the distance, a human form diligently stacking blocks to form a rudimentary shelter. Look over there, Ben explained, pointing towards a shimmering, rectilinear body of water. It's a river made of blocks. Olivia's eyes widened, fixated on a blocky cow grazing nearby. This is incredible, she breathed, a mixture of awe and bewilderment in her voice. Guys, where are we? Bob stammered, his initial excitement giving way to a dawning sense of disorientation. The guide and the unknown. As if summoned by his question, a figure materialized before them. It was humanoid, yet its features seemed somehow less defined, its movements slightly stiff. You are in this Minecraft realm, the figure stated, its voice flat and devoid of inflection. Who are you? Alice asked, a knot of unease tightening in her stomach. I am a non-player guide, the figure replied, its gaze unwavering. A non-player guide? What is that? Alice pressed. I am structured to offer guidance and interaction with those who arrive here, the figure explained, its tone unchanging. A mechanical smile stretched across its face. Greetings and welcome. A wave of conflicting emotions washed over the group. Excitement at the sheer strangeness of this new world mingled with a prickle of nervousness at the unnerving nature of their encounter. Despite the unsettling introduction, a sense of adventure began to stir within them. Curiosity overriding their apprehension, they decided to venture forth and unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within this blocky, structured realm. Meeting Steve, a beacon in the blocks. As they navigated the blocky terrain, a figure caught Alice's eye. Standing near a structure meticulously crafted from cubes, the individual was diligently adding more blocks, refining and expanding what appeared to be a dwelling. Look over there, Alice explained, a surge of hope in her voice. Another person. By that, block house. A mixture of curiosity and anticipation propelled the group towards the figure. As they drew closer, they could discern the deliberate movements, the skillful placement of each block that was steadily transforming the simple structure into something more substantial. Hello, Alice called out, waving a hand in greeting. The figure turned, a warm smile spreading across his pixelated features. Hi there, I'm Steve. Welcome to my little corner of this realm. Alice, her blonde hair catching the angular sunlight, stepped forward, returning his smile. Hi Steve, I'm Alice, and these are my friends Bob, Olivia, and Ben. We just arrived in this world and are trying to figure things out. Olivia, her 11-year-old eyes wide with wonder, gazed around. Wow, Mom, this place is amazing. And look, a house. Do you like my house, guys? 10-year-old Bob chimed in, his initial bewilderment replaced by enthusiasm. Your house looks awesome. Can you teach us how to construct something like this? Steve nodded, a friendly glint in his blocky eyes. I'd be happy to help. This realm is full of possibilities. The first thing you need to do is gather materials like wood, stone, and ores. Then, you can use a crafting station to create tools and items. 12-year-old Ben, ever practical, looked determined. We've already started gathering some resources. What's the best way to protect ourselves from, well, whatever's out here at night? Steve's smile widened. Building a shelter with strong materials and lighting it up with torches is a good start. You can also craft defenses and protective coverings to defend yourselves. Olivia, still brimming with excitement, piped up, Steve, do you want to be my companion? Steve chuckled. Sure, I can show you how to find and guide creatures, including those like the piggy. They'll be great companions on your journey. As the blocky sun began its descent, casting long, angular shadows, Steve's tone turned serious. Guys, you need to find shelter before nightfall. Trust me, you don't want to be caught out in the open when the sun goes down. There are things that come out. Taking his warning to heart, the group decided to head back to their hastily constructed shelter. Inside, following Steve's instructions, they crafted rudimentary sleeping arrangements and placed glowing torches strategically around the small space, pushing back the encroaching darkness. As they settled into their blocky beds, Bob whispered, "This has been an amazing day. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings." Alice smiled at her daughter, a comforting warmth spreading through her despite the strangeness of their situation. "Good night, sweetheart. We'll face whatever challenges come our way together." With that, they all drifted off to sleep, a curious blend of excitement and apprehension filling the dreams of the blocky world and the adventures that awaited them. The path home, crystals and transformation. The next morning, the group gathered within their rudimentary shelter, the soft glow of torches and sunlight illuminating their faces. A sense of purpose, born from their encounter with Steve, filled the small space. Alice's gaze was steady. "Steve," she began, "you mentioned you know how to depart from this Minecraft realm." Steve's voice was firm. "Yes, I have a strong feeling. We need to open a portal." "A portal? Steve, how do we open it?" Alice asked. "We need to gather 8 magic crystals," Steve explained. "Each crystal is hidden in a different region, and each region has a temple that houses a crystal." As the weight of this new information settled upon them, Bob and Olivia, with an almost childlike focus, began constructing a small structure out of the dirt blocks they had gathered. "Bob, I'm Olivia, I'm making a dirt house with you in it," he announced proudly. A wave of amusement rippled through the group. Bob's unwavering dedication to his simple project, even amidst the daunting task ahead, was strangely comforting. Suddenly, Ben joined their efforts. "Ben, let's make this dirt house the best one in this realm," he declared, a playful grin on his face. As they worked together, a gentle breeze rustled the blocky leaves outside and motes of sparkling dust drifted down, catching the sunlight and adding an ethereal glow to their surroundings. They continued to build their simple dirt house, laughter echoing in the strangely silent world. Then an astonishing thing happened. The dirt house began to shimmer, a soft, internal light emanating from its crude walls. "Olivia, look," she gasped, pointing with wide eyes. "The house, it's glowing." They stepped back in awe as the humble dirt structure underwent a breathtaking transformation. The rough blocks smoothed and reshaped themselves, becoming elegant walls adorned with glowing, vine-like patterns. The simple roof lifted and sparkled, resembling a miniature night sky filled with blocky stars. The air around it hummed with a gentle energy. "Alice, this must be a sign," she murmured, her voice filled with wonder. "We're on the right path." A renewed sense of determination filled the group. With the newly transformed, enchanted mansion as their unexpected sanctuary, they prepared to embark on their quest to find the 8 magic crystals. The challenges ahead were unknown, the temples and regions yet to be discovered, but they felt a surge of confidence. They knew that united, they could face whatever this strange Minecraft world threw their way and perhaps, just perhaps, unlock its secrets and find their way home. Rest for the journey ahead. After a long day of planning and working together, the group decided to call it a night. "Alice,